Hello there, Scorpio, and welcome to your monthly reading. It's great to see everyone again, and I hope that everything has gotten off to a very good start for you. Before we get started, a quick reminder that you can always use these videos for your sun, your rising, and for your moon sign. If you don't know, just stick with your sun sign. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about the structure. In just a second here, I'm going to get to your channeled information. After we go through that, I will look at a Celtic cross, which shows an overview for the month. Then I like to expand it and look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. Now, let's get started with the channeled information. As I tune into your sign each month, I engage in some automatic writing, and that gives me sounds, sights, or images of what the month ahead has in store for you. Your message this month has a few parts to it. The first is not to succumb to the fear of failure. Instead, focus on possibilities, particularly the possibility that you may succeed. There's always two ways of looking at it. Once you do that, don't let other people around you project their own truths onto you, whatever their truths may be. Instead, attach yourself to the idea of being hopeful and stay engaged all month on your central goals. So it's really about taking out external feedback, focusing on your heart, your desire, and your belief within yourself that you can do it. Okay? If you do this, great things are possible this month. And more importantly, you're going to get back to that sense of who you are, what you want, and really get a grounding in your own energy. All right, let's now go ahead and give the cards a good shuffle and see what messages they have to say this month. At this point, I like to remain quiet and see what energy the cards are bringing through. We'll get back to the discussion here in just a moment. As you know, I like to pull an extra card here, which I refer to as a catalyst. The catalyst ties together all of the main activities in the month, presents a central theme, and also kind of shows you how to best engage in activities that are going to help you maximize the energy of the month. Your catalyst this month is releasing judgment. Additionally, when I'm looking at this card, what comes through is the power of forgiveness. The power of arriving at a decision, but also for those of you that are needing to forgive yourself or needing to forgive others, knowing that when you release the judgment, when you forgive someone, that your heart opens, opportunities open up, and whatever energy or power you were giving to that person, it flows right back to you. So judgment this month is less about making a decision per se. It's more about letting go of an old thought pattern, an old attachment that you had to things having to work out a certain way, or a person having to fit into a certain mold, and realizing, you know what? I can completely look at this from a different point of view. It's just like this globe. When you turn it around, it looks completely different. You're only seeing one part of the story or one part of this person. And this could be yourself. So I want you to think of yourself a little less harshly, think of others a little less harshly, and also when you stop putting so much thought energy into them, all of a sudden your power comes back. Let's now take a quick look at the cards overall, and I'm going to walk through the Celtic cross to see what the main themes are for this month. Your central card is the Eight of Cups. This is a card of cycles that you may want to create and some that you might want to break. I mention that because we look at the Devil card here in your ego position and the Tower in your environment. With these three cards, I'm seeing that there's a chance now to walk away from things. We have this Seven of Swords card, which really is about deciding if you want to cut your losses, if you want to release. And in doing so, I see you releasing a cycle that may not be serving you and starting something new in your life. This cycle could be, for some of you, a relationship, and for others of you, it could be an attachment to how much energy and time you're putting into money or spending. These are the things that are closest to the cycle card. I see this happening within a few months here. We're looking at summer in North American terms here, so 2 to 3 months. Looks like you'll be able to really overcome whatever it is you're trying to see a shift within. And the more focused your attention, the better, and that's really what we're seeing here with your Six of Swords card. Now, as we look at relationships this month, there is also going to be a shift happening for many of you. Let me pull the camera up here and we're going to talk card by card just a little bit as well here. So a couple of other things with the Eight of Cups. With this, there is a caution and a need for you to recognize that patterns take time to break. You may need help to break some of these patterns. So if it's an addiction, which can happen when I see the Devil card come through, what you need to do is create stability and new habits within your life. So for those of you that are trying to get sober or improve your health overall, you'll either need to have a support group or have a new routine, maybe going to a gym or finding someone that can help instruct you and show you new ways to live. So it's absolutely within reach, but there's a need for you to get that assistance and get a new sort of lifestyle in place. When I'm looking at your past here with the Princess of Pentacles in reverse, this is showing me that one of the main themes coming into this month is that there's still some work, there's still some healing that it seems like many of you want to do on yourself. There's nothing wrong with that, but I definitely see the focus being more on self and more on ego this month, because we have a Pentacles card in reverse, a Court card at that, and then a Sun card in reverse. And a lot of times this has to deal with your masculine energy. So your ability to manifest, your ability to feel like whatever it is that you want to build in your life where you feel a stronger sense of yourself. So I definitely see ego when I see the Sun, and with the Princess of Pentacles, I'm looking at self-esteem. So I feel like there's a little bit of shifting that can happen this month in those two areas. And when that does happen, we have the Six of Cups here. It's reversed, but it's still a very positive card. What you'll do by doing this work on yourself, releasing habits, working on your self-esteem, detaching a little bit from ego, all of a sudden your social environment, your social sphere starts to open up. We're looking at about 1 month for this to happen. So for those of you looking to either improve existing relationships or perhaps find a new one, that's what I'm seeing, between 4 to 6 weeks, and things start to open up. Some of you, this big life change that could be happening can also involve expanding your family. For me, the Six of Cups card is attached to children. And so there may be some of you who've had difficulty in the past. There's either a chance here for adoption or conception, and that's exciting too. But I see big shifts happening, and this is something that has been really kind of a ripple effect across all the signs this month. I think that what we're seeing is a chance for change and shifting and movement from past patterns, particularly for your sign, but I've been seeing it across all signs as well. One thing that you want to try to do, your outcome card, is this Princess of Wands in reverse. Trying not to be overwhelming when it comes to your personality or expressing yourself, keeping an open mind and allowing each person to shine. Now, for some of you, this might be you needing to fight for your moment in the sun. Either way, the focus here is on allowing everyone to have a turn, and when that happens, then you'll be happy. Likewise for the environment. Overall, I think that your energy is pretty good, and I think one of your biggest opportunities this month is to share your love, to share your light with others. The Queen of Cups is a very creative and nurturing card, a very expressive one. So that's one area of your spread this month that I think is shining really brightly. The other piece is, if you turn the attention from yourself to others, your personality is going to be your most attractive thing. You're going to have this ability to magnetically pull people in through your aura, through your personality, through your smile. Use these charms to your benefit so that you can help people around you, you can elevate moods, and if you have anything that you have to do in so much as negotiations or whatever, these things are going to help you with that, especially if you're trying to get someone to decide in your favor, whether it's a court case or you're asking for a raise or you're trying to get someone to notice you. It's really a little bit about adding some levity to things. And one last thing that I see here with the Six of Cups is be playful this month. It's not about taking things lightly, it's more about getting back to what it feels like to be a kid. They make time for having fun just because it brings your heart to a lighter place, and it also helps you let go of any of the dense emotions that you might be holding on to from the past. Let's go ahead and expand your forecast now, and we'll take a look at health first, knowing that health isn't always just body, it includes your mind and your spirit as well. Your health card for this month is to focus on not just crystals here, but crystal clear intentions. So whenever I see the crystal card, it's about clarity in your mind, it's about detoxification in your body, And for those of you that haven't really experimented with the healing qualities or the meditation enhancement that you feel when you have a crystal, I would encourage you to try like finding a quartz crystal this month. They're very easy to get, that or amethyst, and they have really positive effects. Even for those of you that think, well, maybe I'll just try getting a quartz necklace or something like that. Wear it around either your heart or your throat, and see how it affects you in your communication and your expression this month. Let's take a look now at your wealth card and see what opportunities are coming in with money, with work, and elsewhere. Your wealth card this month is to really focus on caring about the people around you, particularly if you own a company or if you're a manager. This is really about taking time to have one-on-one meetings with people, let them know that they're being listened to, help them plan their future, etc. Now, if you are working in a company or you're looking for that kind of nurturing in your life, this is about reaching out. It's there for you. One warning, of course, as we go back to that channeled information, you want to make sure that drama around you, other people that may need help or may be complaining or may not be feeling like they're part of the overall cycle. If you feel included and it feels like this is something that they have to deal with, remember, you don't want to get pulled into other people's energy when it comes to gossip or problems or arguments. Let's look now at your love card to see what you need to focus on in relationships this month. Your love card is, we've got two, so I'm going to honor that. The first card is the Gates of Triumph. It says, success expands in your life. I actually feel like if there's been anything that's been going awry, we have this Devil card in reverse. I think that the cycles are going to end, so you're going to have a chance now to see someone in a new light, and they may be able to see you in a new light as someone who's overcome something. It's also about new beginnings, and we see this gateway here. I see the Tower sometimes just as that, or the Death card. It's about stepping through a door and getting out of something and starting something brand new. So success with overcoming old things, and then having the courage to make the change. So we have two things here that really do go hand in hand, which is courage and triumph. And I feel like whatever it is you're trying to do in your relationships, to break free or to start something new or to reestablish what it is that you really want to bring, you have the chance to do it this month. Okay? Let's now look at your Destiny card, which is your GPS. It's your compass rose. If you like this direction in which you're headed, stay on path. If not, this is free will, and you can decide to change it. So the message this month for Destiny is really to follow the natural flow and movement of things. And if it feels good and you like where you're headed, just what I was saying, go with it. Now, what I think is most important here is, as we're looking at the element of water and emotions, is to stay in a place of passion, joy, excitement, optimism. If you do that, then this will take you with it into a positive trajectory. If, however, there's disappointment, sadness, or despair, it's also going to pull you in that direction. So whatever this change agent is this month, I feel like the sooner you get through that, the easier and the better it's going to be, the clearer you can be on the outcome. And remember, clarity in your mind is going to be important, not just for your health, but I think for your overall success. Let's go ahead now and review everything that we talked about. The channeled information this month was making sure that you don't succumb to the fear of failure, instead focusing on possibilities, specifically that you are capable of success. Don't let other people around you project their own truth, fears, or insecurities upon you. Instead, attach yourself to hope and stay engaged on your central goals. As we look at your catalyst this month, we have a beautiful card which represents hope. It also represents letting go of judgments, and in doing so, freeing yourself and those around you. When we're looking at the cards here, the thing that you want to focus the most on is the cycles in your life. Are they helping you, or are they pulling you into a place where you feel like you're not able to get to the next step? If so, it's time to release and overcome them and to really cut losses there. If you focus your intentions on what we talked about, positive outcomes, then over the course of the next 2 or 3 months, we have the Sun card, which is showing positive outcomes. Remember, this is also a reversal, so it says Focus less on ego, more on others. Once you've done the self-work, then extend to include other people in your life. Have fun. The Six of Cups wants you to experience joy and excitement. There could be a birthing either of a child or a new project this month, and that can also be the exciting change and this letting go of feeling stuck. So that's the cool thing here, is I do feel like this cycle is about to end for you. At the end of the month, I want you to stay open as possible when it comes to ideas, and let everybody have a seat at the table and have a voice at the table. When we look at health, it's a month of detoxification, clearing out your mind, clearing out your intentions. For wealth, knowing that it's important to give to others if you're in a position of authority, but also it's a chance to listen to others as well, even if you're just a coworker. But don't let drama pull you in this month. That's what matters. When it comes to relationships, it looks like you're able to overcome something, but you have to have the courage first to get to that point of success, of overcoming. And then following your heart, that's really the most important thing this month. Going with the flow, but going with the flow of your emotions. I see both the Queen of Cups and the River Queen as expressions of the same message, which are allow yourself to experience joy, allow yourself to be happy, and don't let other people around you pull you into a place that doesn't feel right or doesn't feel good to you. So that brings our monthly reading to a close. I hope that it gave you a sense of empowerment and optimism for the month ahead, because that's my hope every month, that this really gives you a toolbox so that you can approach everything with a sense of calm, neutrality, and optimism. Now, with all of that being said, if you ever need to chat with me about a life change, a big decision, I am here for you. And you can look at that first link underneath the video to check out rates and availability. The second link is a way that you can say thanks and support this channel. It's completely optional, but it does help me because there are costs associated with buying all the cards, paying for the internet, and just basically putting this production together every month. So if you want to donate as little as $1 one time or on a recurring basis, it makes a big difference, and it's less than the cost of a coffee. So if you want to do that, it would really make a big difference for me, and it helps create more videos like this. The next thing that you can do, if you'd like to, you can stay connected with me on all social media networks. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and I also have a newsletter. So the third link will help you get in touch with me and list out all of those networks. Finally, and most importantly, I like to end every reading with sort of a big vision of why I'm doing this every month. It is a sense of my own unconditional love, but I've also really am trying to create light workers on the planet. In previous months, I've talked about how we're all kind of like a chain of light. Some of us are reaching up higher like lighthouses. My hope and my challenge for you this month is that you can reach out to someone in your life and make a difference simply by an act of kindness, of unconditional love. So it might be a smile, might be a phone call, it might be taking someone out because they haven't had a break in a long time. Whatever it is, you'll find the right way to do it. But a small act of kindness, random kindness this month with no expectations of a return on it. If we all did this each day, everybody on the planet was doing something kind, just one thing, then the world would automatically light up ridiculously brighter than it already is. And so just do your small part this month. Just one day, one thing, see how it makes you feel, and see what happens at the end of the month. I would be surprised if something positive didn't come back to you as well. So this is my act of kindness for you. Wishing you love, light, and abundance now and always. Stay true to yourself and stay optimistic. See you soon. Bye.